proposals for changing the city's comprehensive plan, its future land use map, zoning changes consistent with the map, and conditional use permits. The board is made up of 7 members appointed by the City Commission and is assisted by the staff of the Community and Economic Development Department and the City Attorney's Office. Staff will advance any presentation slides that should have been provided prior to the meeting. The meeting is divided into 2 parts. The first part is a public hearing where we expect to hear new applicants explain their request and receive comments from affected parties. The second part of the meeting is termed the general meeting and primarily consists of acting on recommendations from staff about the cases that came up in the prior month's meeting. We invite everyone who wishes to participate to be heard. We do ask that you be concise in your comments and that speakers avoid being repetitive. That is, if several people have pointed out traffic concerns, there is no need to hear additional comments regarding traffic again. But we would like to hear anything new that has not been addressed. In order to allow everyone to have an opportunity to speak, there will be a 3-minute time limit for each speaker, and the clerk has a timer for this purpose. We respectfully ask that you adhere to this rule. We also ask that at this time you silence all mobile devices. And if you do come up to speak, we ask that you give your name and your address. Thank you.
Good morning again. Item 1, major modification of an existing conditional use to allow for a 91 by 106-foot outdoor covered play pavilion with a maximum mean roof height of 32.7 on property located at 1736 New Jersey Road. Owner, Geneva Classical Academy, Inc., applicant Jason Alligood. And this is for consideration of final decision.
Good morning. For the record, Todd Vargo, Senior Planner with Community and Economic Development. The request before you today, as we just heard, is for Geneva Classical Academy to add a covered play area for the children. As you probably know, Geneva is located on New Jersey Road, 1736 New Jersey Road to be specific, and they have a conditional use permit to operate the school in a single-family residential zoning district of RA1. You can see the subject property there highlighted in yellow on the right, and also it's got the cross hatching on it. This first slide is the overall campus site plan. So this is New Jersey Road on the left side. This is the main building. Here is where the covered play area is proposed. There's 2 parking lots. This is their recreational field up here. And then there's a small lake on this side of the property as well. And this next slide is a little bit closer of a zoom into that slide. Here you can see that second paved parking area and the location of the covered play area. Again, the main building is down here. New Jersey's off to the left, about 200 feet from where the covered play area is going to sit. The covered play area is needed because currently the children play in the parking lot, is where they take their, I guess they have phys ed or gym or something like that. And that parking lot, of course, isn't really safe and is open to the elements. So you probably have, well, what are we talking about when we say a covered play area? Here is some elevations provided by the applicant. And I believe it's this left elevation that will, on the bottom here, that will be seen from New Jersey Road. Or I should say, this is what will face New Jersey Road. The front elevation and the rear elevation will face north and south, and then the left and the right will face New Jersey Road, and then that other lake to the east. The next slide here is a rendering of what the covered play area is proposed to look like. I do have to mention that one mistake was made in this rendering. If you look, you will see some lights hanging down from the covered play area, from the roof of the structure. There are no lights proposed. Whoever did the rendering didn't get that memo. But there, just so you know, that's the one mistake on this rendering. There are no lights proposed for this covered play area. And so this picture was taken on site at the entrance. New Jersey Road is behind the slide. Here's the main building area for Geneva. And then here's the second parking area. So the covered play area is going to be right back here. The next slide is taken, again, here's the entrance, but this is taken on the other side of New Jersey Road, so what a motorist would see or what the people on the west side of New Jersey Road would be looking at. Again, here's the first parking area, the second parking area is behind it, and then the covered play area will be back here. And one more slide showing, this is a little bit north on New Jersey Road. And you can kind of see the main building there on the right-hand side, the first parking area, the second parking area, and then the covered play structure will be back here behind those trees. Before I let the applicant come up and say something, I'll just let you know we've received 2 comments from the public. One in favor so that the children have a place to play, and the other one kind of in favor. This came in yesterday. They're located across that, across the lake over here on Clarence.